use predictive models. So, as I say, the reason we're able to do this very easily is that all the information is already online, and we just need to build the right models in order to do that. But certainly, if your students are dropping out year 1, semester 2, maybe that is the time.
We do interventions.
Yeah, to do an intervention. I mean, I'm sure you have call centres in Thailand, call centre, to phone your students to find out how they're doing, to identify, and sort of, if they are struggling, and once the call centre staff, who aren't academics of course, have identified the struggling students, that can then be followed up by a counsellor or an academic, somebody who's trained to actually offer them appropriate support. I don't know, that's just one.
Please put that in your 10-page.
Oh, yeah, will do, yes.
I think we need to do more caring for majority of students who are dropout. Because 80%.
Yeah.
So more caring, whatever we can do. We are also interested in your module, in access module.
Oh yes.
Can you tell us a bit more on that?
Yes, access courses are very common in the United Kingdom. They are run sometimes in partnership between a further education college and the local university. And so what will happen is that the courses are available. They're usually streamed very broadly by subject area. So for example, there will be an arts access course, and there will be a science access course, and there will be a social science access course. So rather than having an access course for chemistry or for history, okay, and their focus very much is on skills. So it's for people who do not have the traditional qualifications to enter university. They don't have A-levels or the other, qualifications. They're usually in their mid-20s or older, and they would like to enter university, but their local university won't take them. We're quite strict in the UK. The Open University is the only university that takes students without formal qualifications. So access courses have been around in the UK for a long time to help people get a qualification to secure their place at university. Okay. Now, for a long time, the Open University did not have access courses because we had designed our level 1's modules as access courses. So the early versions of Open University courses, we had what were called foundation courses, which were very similar to access courses, but everybody had to do them. And increasingly we found that a lot of our students were unhappy about this because a lot of our students had A-levels. Some of our students had studied at other universities and dropped out. Some of our students were graduates from other universities in science, but they were coming back to study arts or vice versa. Okay, so we actually moved away. We changed our level 1 modules. We stopped making foundation courses compulsory. And then we found we had a problem that students were starting our courses and they didn't have the skills. So now we have our own access courses. And these are modules which are very similar to the access courses that are run by universities. They're very broadly based, so we have 3. We have one in arts, one in social sciences, one in science. And they focus very much on skills. They're developing students' confidence, and they're developing students' skills. So they're teaching them how to write essays, they're teaching them how to, helping them with mathematics, for example, if it's the science foundation course. It's helping them to think critically. It's getting them into the habit of writing assessments. The assessments are not very demanding, but they are developmental. The students have to demonstrate all of these skills in order to complete the assessment, and they're very well supported. So each student has an individual tutor. There are no face-to-face tutorials, but the tutorials take place on the telephone. Okay, and it's the expectation that each student, I can't remember how many, but it might be 2 or 3 occasions, they will have a conversation with their tutor, which is a one-to-one conversation to talk about how they're getting on and any issues or concerns they've got with the course. And then when they pass the Access course, we have their name and address and we have their email. Okay, they can take that Access course and go to their local university, okay, or they can enter the Open University, which they could have done anyway, but we find that they're much better prepared. If they've done the Access course, they're much better prepared and they're much more likely to pass. And we don't run them to make money. We actually, I think we probably subsidise them. Because as well as, we're trying to keep them very affordable. So we charge less money for our Access courses than we charge for our main courses, but we put in a lot more support. So, they cost us more to run, but we're not actually charging the fees because we see them as very important.
Access course, is it credit or not credit?
There's a credit, but it's at level 3, which in the UK system is equivalent to A levels. So it's not a credit you can count towards your degree.
Yeah, in our case, it could be part of general education. Because their system is 13 years.
Yeah.
I was 12.
12, okay. We're 6 now. 6 years, because the government rules have changed. And to qualify for government loans, students have to complete in 6 years. So that's been another challenge for us, brought about by government policy, that it's 6 years. Okay. Our Access courses used to be at level 1 and used to count for credit. But for various reasons we moved them down to level we moved them down so they don't count anymore.
The reason I